I wanted to chime in with you after me being in a great space of being able to come up with new ideas for food. I thought maybe we should talk about how you are using the food to enhance your growth in your hair too. Today we're going to talk about different cultures. We're going to talk about enhancement of the different interchangeable words, and last but not least, we are going to speak about how you can bring change. And I wanted to bring in a little bit of history in this process because we are in a really nice thriving global market, one that's never been seen in any times in life, because we have the World Wide Web, like Timmy used to say on Fairly Godparents. I don't know. All right, so basically, we are in a place and time where you have the opportunity to try new dishes and try new and experience things in your hair care. First and foremost, your hair is life. Albert Einstein said, if you understand nature, you understand everything else. He was smart for that because curious minds bring new ideas. I've also seen a quote. It says, you have a library, you have a garden, you have everything you need. And I hold true to that too, because everything you need comes from this earth. Even if it's something man-made, that had to get made from something off this ground, you know? So we planting seeds out here. So first, you can instill the things you eat and the things you see in everyday life to be able to empower and uplift your hair growth. Yes, I said it, your hair growth is a piece and portion of what you're intaking into your body. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and life and death is in the power of what you eat and what you putting on your tongue. Also, getting that water in. Our body is 85% water, and that is really important to take note of, because if you're not ingesting the H2O that is necessary for growth, you're going to kind of see a little stagnancy in your hair growth, and that is a big piece and portion. So I wanted to talk about something. I was in class cooking, and I was in class chopping onions, and I started thinking about the movie Holes. And you're probably like, what is Holes? If you haven't seen Holes, I don't know where you've been. It's also a book. The book is amazing. The movie is amazing. And when I was younger, I didn't even notice Eartha Kitt did her thing, and every character did their thing in that movie. I highly recommend. But one of the big major pieces of that movie was the onion juice. It was like quote unquote magic. It was the thing that was a cure-all. And honestly, if you look right here, you can see all the different benefits of onion juice. But that movie, they were not really talking about hair. They were talking about how it cured the insides. But remember, your hair is an accessory organ. So that is something that, not accessory, it's accessory part to the body. So that's the last thing to grow. You can put and dice up onions and put it in water, boil it, make a tincture, and spray it in your hair to see growth. And you're probably like, ugh, that's gonna stink. I'm gonna smell like an onion. She sound like, okay, first off, put some essential oils, and that's again from the earth. And lastly, you don't keep it in, you have to rinse it out. So I'll give some ingredients below so that you can kind of see how to use onion juice. But that made me think of many things, and then I'm just like, you know what, now I gotta go get me some onions from the market, so I know they fresh from my local farmers. So that's the next step for today with the onion juice. And secondly, I need you to know that onions are not the only thing. So let's say you making a dish with onions. You know, when you make your potato and egg and onions, or if you're making a stir fry, you throw them onions in there. Start using your onions. And one thing though, I want to be aware of, if you have animals like dogs, do not give your dogs onions. That is a really bad allergic thing for them. And I know they got hair, but I did not say give it to your dogs. I said give it to you humans. So in the main sense of things, we are using the earth, and that is a plant that is grown. It's a root plant, so it's really easy to grow. You can urban garden if you don't have a lot of space, and do what you do with your onions. But besides onions, know that there are different things all around the world. We have spices, we have herbs. I went to a local Hispanic market and I kept asking, "Donde tu herbal?" Like, tu planta. They're like, no, we have none. And then I asked her a little further and I walked around because I swore I seen them in there. And I looked to the back. They said, "Oh no, that's spices." Okay, a spice is a spice, herb is herb, but they're two different cultures. So we use them in a certain way. They were specifically only using them for cooking, but in actuality, you can use that in your hair to make it grow. That's really, really cool. And they again use the word spice. We use the word herbs. So honestly, a lot of us are using some of the same things and don't even know it. Didn't even know it. One thing to enhance your growth in your hair is your genetic disposition. Sometimes I'm gonna say some sciencey words and I know what I'm talking about. So if you're one of those people that say, "Oh, she said if you knew what I was saying, look at you being intelligent." That's the intelligence, ability to adapt to change. And when I learn how to say the word right, then I'm gonna say it right. My bad. But anyways, your genetic disposition, you have like genes and cells and things of that nature, and we have different cultural roots. So some things work better, but then also sometimes you need to have a love of being a global citizen. So it is indeed okay to get out of your comfort zone. Yes, I said it. You do not have to keep doing the same thing over and over. Like, I've been enjoying the process of seeing different foods. Like, I've been eating a lot of Mediterranean. I've been eating kosher. I've been eating halal. Like, it's so cool. So many different foods, and they're basically the same dishes we do here. They just got different ingredients, different spices, different herbs, and those things can go in your hair. I love being a global citizen. There's a thing that I wanted to bring up. It's a quote that I learned growing up from my 5th grade teacher. Shout out Miss Lewis out here. There's a quote that I learned from my 5th grade teacher, and she was super, super cool. And then I learned from one of my mentors of where I live in now that her friend made the quote. And basically, I'm going in a circle right now because the quote came from the city I'm currently living in, but I was all the way in Columbus, Ohio, and the quote came from a lady in Cincinnati, and my teacher at the time did not know where the quote came from. So I need to get the name of the woman who made this, but I did not even have the full part. This is just part of her program. I was born, I'm gonna put it right here. I was born to win if I do not spend too much time trying to fail. I can become a citizen of the world if I do not spend too much time attempting to be local. I will ignore the tags and names given to me by society, since only I know what I will, can, and cannot do. So you know your will and you know what you cannot do. Some people, so a lady in class said she cannot eat salmon croquettes. And I'm like, bet, I can eat them. So I will and can, and I will make them too. But in her palate, she's not going to do that. And that's the same thing with hair care. There are some things you may not be comfortable with, and that is okay. And there are some things that you know you will and can do. So embrace new change. I'm not saying now be a product junkie. I'm saying you need nice research to see what's best for you, and trial and error, because your hair is a cycle and it's a journey. So there is no one such way into this destination, which is the coolest thing about growing your hair out. You have so much time to thrive and get it right, and in the process and journey, you're gonna start seeing a holistic change in your life. What I will say is, though, with being a global citizen, it is so cool learning from your friends from all over the world. Like, I know you're probably like, well, I can't get all over the world. What's she talking about? How am I going to find out? First, we got the internet. That's the first way. And then second, there are different like restaurants. They got different community centers for different cultures. You have opportunities to go to different festivals. You may go to a cooking class, like how I got inspired today about some meals. You may have your friend that's from another place and they live right in your city, right there. They go to school with you every day, or you work with them every day. Like, you don't have to be weird about it. Like, if they've said where they're from, or if you notice something you like from her or him or things like that, you can say, hey, what is that from your ethnicity? Like, that's really cool. I'm really trying to learn from that. What is that? You can say it like that. You ain't gotta say where you get that from, or you can say, I don't know. You know how you gonna talk. I'm me. I'ma do me. I'ma do me. It just made me want to sing Rocco song. I'ma do me. But now I want to rap, but I'm not even gonna do that right now. But what I'm trying to say is, ask and embrace what's around you. Don't attempt to be local. That is going to stop you from being a global citizen. You were born to win if you do not spend too much time trying to fail. So instead of trying to go against it, flow with it and see the new ways. It's okay to try new foods. And some stuff you may not like, but that does not mean, or herbs, you may not like the smells of them. And a lot of things, while I'm talking about that, a lot of these things that smell weird or taste a little different and maybe the bitterest thing, those are sometimes the most important things that you need to get in your body. So you sometimes gonna have to do this and go do what you gotta do until further notice while you're doing, if that's the way you're getting your hair care or applying things on your scalp. Sometimes the smell, you're gonna have to get past that. Think about this. If you're in the African American community, you know how everybody use relaxers. That smell is, I don't even know. I don't even like talking about it, because there's some people that do them, and I am not judging. But think about that smell, and then think about the smells of things that are natural that you can put in your hair, and it kind of weighs out the indifference, honestly and truly. Or like thinking of like Jerry curl applications and things, and again, there's no judgment, but those things have really, really distinct smells, and some herbs and things are gonna have distinct smells, and it is what it is. I mean, if you're trying to look for the difference in natural hair, you're gonna have to do some natural things. So let's get back to now I want to talk to you about basically trade from the past. So social studies is a big part of learning, or the humanities, whatever you want to call it at the time. Start maybe possibly getting vain on your hair care journey, and that is not the point and purpose. Like, your hair is a crown of glory, and there are some people who don't have hair, so I don't want anybody feeling like they're not getting their crown either. But if you're looking to obtain, there's different keys. There's wellness, there's long life, it's the power in your tongue, it's the way you're speaking to yourself and others, it's how you treat yourself, the healing and how you treat others, and everything will extend. But as well, your hair is an antenna, so it picks up the different areas in the environment, so it can sense the things around you. So there is luscious hair growth, but there's also don't get so vain where it makes you who you are, because it's an extension, it's an accessory. So I love jewelry. I got my jewelry on, so please don't think I don't think it's cute, but it's also something that I'm not like that. It doesn't make or break me. Like, I could take this off right now and walk and be okay, as long as I got like my Vaseline on my lips so they not looking ashy. And you know, certain days, like one of the earrings gone, one of them slipped off, I'm gonna wear that earring right there. But you get what I'm saying. Like, don't make it make you. I'm so appreciative on this journey. I didn't always used to have rings. I used to actually can't fit them, and so I appreciate that part of me, so I like to wear them. But that doesn't mean I can't take them off either, or I can't not wear my hair. I like to wear, I want other people to embody their natural beauty. Like, your natural beauty is everything. You are a glow from the inside out. Do not forget that you are 98.7% the same ingredients in the stars. That is what makes up our body as human beings. We got the same ingredient. You are a Estrella out here. You are a star. So you keep that in mind as you walk in your wellness journey. And with that being said, all the stars, and Abraham said they'll be numerous for his kingdom. I'm just going right now, but with that, you're humans, and so there's so many areas that can embody and bring the uniqueness for each individual person. So backtracking back, we're talking about the spice trade, and we're talking about Babylon, and I'm talking about transatlantic slave trade and Amazon. So there were many different types of trades, like the kingdom of earth as it is in heaven. So there's different kingdoms that were the main sources. Babylon, Mesopotamia was really, really big at one point. And then the spice trade came through. And I'll put some info right here to show you these different dates. But the spice trade came through, and that was a lot, just as we use social media now, that was a place where you could communicate different ideas and get them out and spread your information, but as well buy products. And so they bought, and so a lot of the Ayurvedics, actually, they rooted from Africa. Okay, we switched. Ain't none of our business. We gonna mind our business, okay? So basically, we had Babylon. That was Mesopotamia. Also think of like Egypt, and then it switched over to the spice trade, more carrying of goods further into different regions. As you have enterprise and business, ideas change from different areas and locations. And that's again the part that was really amazing about Ayurvedics, as a lot of the Ayurvedic herbs that you see today, they actually originated from African regions, and they got transported out. So that's so cool, because they can work for Afro diaspora hair types, and that is really, really cool and vibrant to see that you have the ability to get out of local areas if you're like in certain areas where it's not as interesting, because it was always a part. And so therefore there it is. And then a big another shift, which is very traumatizing and traumatic for a lot of people, and I'm part of that trauma, so I'm not talking about it. But do not forget the embracement of your own essence and ethnicity, but was the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade that instilled from Europe, Africa, the Indies, South America, all the way through up to the United States, and it became cycles. So those different areas, as that happened, we had a shift in the abilities to using different products. So like tomatoes, the natives had, watermelon, the Africans had, onions, that came from different areas, and then we were able to switch and make new. And that's why you're able to make new seeds, new heirlooms, and grow things. It's really, really cool. Great opportunities. Lastly, we had the different English export. That is indeed how guns came through more. RIP gun violence, but for real, y'all, we gotta chill, gotta calm down. That wasn't how life used to be. It was a lot more calmer, more peaceful. So we need to embrace our positivity in our environments with love. And that does not mean you can't be a warrior at the same time. You can just know how to self-control and bring more peace in your areas. And that still entails in parts on your hair growth, because less stress. So I said this yesterday, and I love that. Deep, what did I say? Less stress. Deep, breathe in, less stress. I don't know what I said yesterday. Dang it. But basically, breathe in and release. Like, let things go so that your hair can grow. Your hair senses how you feel. It's an environmental, and get out in nature That's a big part. Like, a plant grows outside, you can grow some indoors, but they thrive the most in their natural environment. And so with that being said, the last trade type, or where I want to talk about that commercialization, getting to where we are today, which is Amazons and the AliExpresses and the eBays and all of that good stuff. Because we have this opportunity to do trade in that way, in that manner, we are now able to embrace many different ingredients from around the world. So it is so more way accessible to get the things that will enhance the growth in your hair. And that includes what you eat. Like, yes, it all matters. Back to the movie Holes. Remember the lady, I forget her name, the one, the girl, she made the peaches, and then he did the onion juice. Like, taking different pieces. I'm a Georgia peach, by the way, and I love me some peach cobbler. We're gonna throw that out there right now. I don't know why that's on my heart, but basically use your foods and make new and experiment. That's where I got these ideas from right now. Trying to experiment, bring new change, and these ideas that are coming up right now, it all comes from the earth. Just like it says, you understand nature, you understand everything else, and you are, look at the bees just flying by. Those were bumblebees, so now I'm not scared because they do not sting, which is the beauty of them. But honestly, like, the last part, it's beauty in learning from places around you is all I'm trying to say. It's beauty in the different places all around the earth and around the world. Epigenetics is something that can really lift a lot of the issues that we are seeing in a lot of the diseases the bodies are going through. Epigenetics, that means so epi is the top, and then genetics is genes, like DNA. So that's addressing the things that are the root cause, and that's a whole nother topic. You can use different things and different modalities to get that healing that you're looking for, but really addressing by going within is the main key and portion to getting the things that you're looking for. So what I wanted to say, that is gonna help you release the stunning and stagnation, and getting our emotions in check too are the things that are gonna really contribute to the main growth and difference that we are looking for in our hair growth. Because remember, your hair can feel how you feel. Your hair is your protein. Your protein is a makeup of RNA. RNA is translated from DNA, and so your DNA is the life force of it all. So embrace your life force and bring change, and you can start that by touching the earth. And so I wanted to just bring that in real quick. I'm about to go get me some onions. About to go get me some onions, some onion juice, make something for my hair, and I hope you all learned something. If you are interested in learning some more and get further in with me, you can click the link below and kind of subscribe first. Yes, first subscribe, that's not the link, but then also you can go ahead, and if you want to get a consultation with me, go ahead, get signed up. I would love to work with you. I love guiding. This is like my favorite thing to do, is helping people get in their wellness space. I'm a health educator as well, so I love to be able to help you find different ideas to embody change in your lifestyle. So with that being said, I'm Tree from Tree Essentials, and I am restoring your tree to grow essentially. Your tree is your hair, and we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and inspire change. You have a blessed, beautiful day. Or I needed to ask before I did it, but what you're looking at right now is the local market here where I am located, and it's super cool because normally everything is locally sourced in the tri-state area, but right now a lot of the growing season in America, things get sourced from, isn't it Cali, Florida, yep, Georgia, different spots like that. So but this is what we got, and then this is what I have. So I am no longer on this program, but this is my EBT stick, my EBT coins, and basically the colors are based on what you can get. All these are $1, which is super cool because a lot of times your markets, they double them up. But what I came for today is what I told you before. I'm gonna get a cucumber. So I got.
So you said you were from Georgia.
I am from Georgia. I live here though.
Okay,
Yeah, I live here. Yeah, I'm from here. Well, I live here right now. Mm-hmm. How much are the zucchinis?
I can do $2.50 a pound.
Okay. $2.50. So that mixed with both? Okay. Can you tell me how much this pound is?
2 pounds on the dot.
2 pounds.
So that'd be 5.
5. Okay, then I want to get just the zucchini. I'll get the squash. Mm-hmm.
Call it 2.
That's 2? I thought you said it was $2.50.
It's not even a full pound. This one's not a full pound.
Oh, that one's not a full, so it'll be $2.
Right.
Okay, so 2 and $1.50. Okay. And what is this? Is this a? I forget what this is.
Shallot.
What's shallots like?
It's like a garlic onion ivory.
Oh. So is it good in like pastas? Then you feel? It's $1.50. How much are the shallots?
$1.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Here you go.
Got you.
Thank you. And I got limes at home. Oh. I got cabbage at the house. I need a pepper. I got potatoes. I got rice.
Are you? No.
How much are these, sir?
I can do $4.
Okay. And then those are 3. So then we have. How much am I at right now?
Got you at $7.
7. 3. I can't eat grapes. Look, one more. I got apples at the house. Oh, I'm over here. I didn't know I was recording. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm over here just looking up the pricing for everybody. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Call it 7.
Okay. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, Rebecca Raj Express here at Findlay Market.
I'm Tree from Tree Essentials, and we over here at the market, and she is about to put her lovely skirt and make it into a beautiful dress.
All right, these are called Magic Skirts.
Magic skirt.
And may I hug you?
Yes, give me a
All
hug.
right.
Wrap it diagonal.
Yeah, you wrap it over and then you wind it around like this. And turn around. Whoops. There's a little hole right here that I'm going to put it through.
So you have to, how do I know where the hole is when I'm doing it?
You might need a helper.
You might need a
Do you have a helper at home?
I'm my helper.
If you don't have a helper, you can also just tie it. You don't have to put it through that hole right there.
Where do you tie it at?
Right behind you.
Okay. All right.
I've done it before myself. I think I
Okay.
just skipped the hole.
Okay.
And it works okay. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Pull this a little bit. There you go.
I
Oh my
feel
gosh, it looks great.
Oh, thank you. I like the bright colors. Yes. And you can't see anything. And it again is a skirt.
Yeah.
And so you can wear it multiple ways.
Yeah.
As well. Like, do you ever wear it like a shawl or anything?
You can wear it. The only other things I know how to do is kind of wound around like a shirt.
You can make this into a shirt.
Well, here, let me show you.
Okay. Show me how to
And
do
you could
this
do
in a
this with
shirt.
some of the shorter ones. This is a longer one.
Okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay. And then you can wear leggings with this.
Yeah. Tie it behind your like that.
Ooh, I love
You
it.
know, kind of fix it. Yeah.
And you can wear
like 12 different ways to tie it that you can figure out.
Are you serious?
You get on YouTube and look up magic skirt and they'll
Look
show
up
you.
magic skirt.
Show how a skirt just works, you know,
Okay.
because
yeah,
that's
show me
the
skirt. That's
Yeah.
the main thing. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Great promotion.
Yeah. And then for a skirt.
I am
Yeah.
a definite skirt girl, and this looks like a vibe. See, I like to
Oh yeah, look at that. Green's a good color on you.
Oh, thank you. It's my last name too.
Oh yeah?
And my nickname's
All right.
Green.
yeah.
Look at the birds, and it's so cool because it has different versatile parts. So one day you can wear it this way, the other day you can wear it that way. It's mixed and matching.
And these come from India, so this is India, like upcycled Indian fabric.
Oh, that's beautiful.
From their
So
sari.
it's even sustainable as well.
Yeah.
So they make it over there and then they ship it over.
They ship it over, yeah.
I love that, Miss
Yeah.
Rebecca. Thank you so much. For
Thank
letting me
you.
speak. You're welcome.
Mhm.
You could cut it off. Hey everybody, so I am back in the studio, and basically I am in the process of making my onion juice. So I was looking, and you can use aloe with this juice, but I'm not doing that because I want to keep my aloe and use it as much as I can, and you have to rinse that out. So it's a preference thing. Some people like to use that as the base, but I'm going to use water. I went and bought a jug of water. I always like getting this water. It is natural spring water, Crystal Geyser. Yep, you can get it at Dollar Tree too. And it's always a different city it gets from. And today, this water is from New York. I don't know if you can see it, Johnstown, New York. But I think it's always cool. You can kind of do, again, like I said, being a global citizen, do research, see what was there prior. Super cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to pour this water into this bowl. And that right there cooking is my cabbage. I love making my cabbage. It's really good. Everybody loves my cabbage that eats it and try. Even people who don't like cabbage like it. So if you ever get to try my cabbage, I hope you enjoy it too. But I may spin this every so often just so it don't burn at the bottom or anything. So don't mind me. But I'm in the process of doing both things. So it is what it is. But I have a completely different bowl outside of cooking with that I use this specifically for like my herbs and butters when I'm making things. They're two different bowls, so yeah, I do not cook and eat out of the same pots and pans, so keep that in mind. But it is onion juice. It's not that as serious as if you were using it something else, but if you're like selling your butters and things, you would not want to do that. That is not hygienic for that process. But I as well have a spray bottle. You need that. I got my onion again. You saw me at the market. And I have my knife. Again, I went to cooking class. This was part of my cooking set. I've been using it a lot lately. And here are the different parts. She always tells you, my teacher, Miss Mona, she always says, make sure you keep your thumb to the side and you put your hand like this. You don't do that, so you don't do with your arthritis and put it, man, you gotta ask Miss Mona, Chef Mona, okay? But you need to watch your fingers. And if you're a kid, you need to be doing this with your adult. You do not need to do this alone. I did not recommend you do this by yourself as a child, cutting with a sharp knife like this. It is not recommended. But what I am showing, unless your parents allow you and they approve that message that you are able to, then you do your thing. But again, that is for adults to do and those that are like responsible with knives. This indeed is my onion. I've already peeled it back for the most part. I'm going to take parts of the husk. And the good thing about it, I wear glasses, so I don't have to worry about the tears as much. But if you're a person trying to get rid of the tear stains and such when you're cutting onions, it's easier if you refrigerate it prior so that the gases are not like combusting from like the actual temperature of the air, so it doesn't blend together. The air, when it's cooler, it kind of keeps it resist, just like when it's cold outside. You don't really smell as many smells like if it was cooking, like your pot of cabbage. But Let me stir that one more time. I need to turn it down, actually. I did what I need to do. Okay, let me get off of this onion. So I'm pouring water. I am not measuring because it is water onion juice. So I'm gonna pour some water, enough that I still want to keep some to drink for the day. And I did not drink out of this just yet. I actually just made tea for myself. If you want to know the type of tea, I can tell you, and I'm probably going to tell you anyways, because every tea I drink is for a reason. I have my jasmine green tea that helps stimulate hair growth, as well keeps your energy up and thriving, better than like regular caffeine you see in the sodas, because it processes in your body different. Because I don't drink a lot of caffeine, but I'm like, let me keep my energy up today. And it's a lot early in the day, so I'm not going to have to worry about it as going to bed. And then I as well have my catnips and my skull cap in there. And those both kind of help with keeping you balanced in your day. And then, of course, my local honey. Your local honey, again, is honey within a 150-mile radius of where you live. That does help deplete allergies. It helps take and get rid of like sinus infections, especially if you have the honeycomb in your honey. Super beneficial. And I'm gonna tell a quick story, but I was an allergy queen, okay? I had a lot of allergies growing up, like to the point my throat's clogging, eyes getting red and all that. And when I went to college, I went again, and the air quality of where I was for college is completely different than the air quality of where I lived for the whole life. So kind of activated it back up. Didn't have that much money to fix it, and I started looking up different remedies, like how can I get rid of allergies without having issues. And I found that local honey is the cure, so I started drinking that. And when I tell in my teas, or even eating it on a spoon if you don't like tea, cleared it up in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I promise you. And when I tell you I had it bad, it was serious. So I highly recommend, and especially honeycombs, if you're getting sick, you're in a lot of public environments and things of that nature, really a great thing. But let's get back to this onion juice. I ain't even get there yet, but put the temperature on high. Put the temperature on high, and you basically gonna get this water to a boil. I don't want to boil out all the constituents. That's why I kind of started it where it is now. Everybody has their way they do it. Like I said, I got the idea of onions from Wholes, and I started doing some research, like which one's the best. I will one day try the aloe thing, but the thing about onion juice is keep seeing everywhere, you're not trying to keep it in your hair, as it does like can cause irritation. And that's why I didn't put it in my aloe, because I don't want to waste it in my eyes, only being able to use for a while. So I don't use this eye normally. We're going to use a different one. I never use this eye. Let me scoot on over. Give me 1 segundo. 1 second. Take my cabbage off. Okay, so I'm back. I have this onion right here. What I'm going to do is rinse it off, taking the things off, the constituents. And again, this is the bulb portion. That's always the part with the leafy portion. And I am going to go ahead and cut this in half. So I'm going to use the other like to eat with. Do not let your cutting board gets slippery. I have but so much room in this studio, so. And that's gonna go right here. And what I'm gonna do is put some water. And then let nature do its thing. So that is what that can do. What I'm going to do instead, I don't like how small this top is, so yeah, I have that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a bigger pot to put that in and let it do its thing. But that's the main gist. You need to go ahead and just put it over water, let it sit, grow some roots, and throw it into the ground or your planter. So we now have the onion juice now doing its thing. It's boiling up. And so I'm gonna get my whisker. And I'm gonna, move it around a little bit, do what it do, and give it a second. It's on high, so I'm turning it down now. And I do not want it to boil too much. And it literally smells like onions. So again, you do not want to keep this in your hair. You walking around, people like, ugh, she smell like her armpits stink. Like, nah, that's my hair. And that's why you don't do that. A way to calm the smells down, I have options for you. So you can put it in a base with oils, and that'll make it another whole type of mixture, like something that you would soak in, do a hot oil treatment. Or you could be a person and you can get you some essential oils. So I have my essential oil collection, one of them right here. You just pick the one which ones you're choosing. So I'm gonna let whatever goes go. And today we got bergamot. Ooh, bergamot is really good for your hair. And that's gonna like take the smell down. That's gonna take the smell down. And lastly, we're gonna use lemon. So lemon is something really, really good. And now that I'm thinking on this, I want to also tell you the other benefits that I see I will be using, because I have a couple dark spots on my face, and you can actually use onion juice on your face to get rid of discoloration, which is really cool too. And it can help fade out and tone your skin. So I love that. And lemons help lighten too. Like, I can put this onion juice now with some honey, and I can lighten a spot on my face as well. Or you could use, like I said, this bergamot and lemon and just put it in your hair. So super interchangeable. I'm just throwing a couple dabs. You do not want to overwhelm it, because essential oils are like really potent. It's concentrated oil just squeezed in. So I'm turning it off now, and I'm just going to let it seep in there until it cools down. And then I'm going to transfer it. First, straining out the onions, and then I'm going to put it inside of the container once it cools down. But yeah, that's about it. So give me a second. I'm gonna let it cool down, and then I will come back and show you how I pour it in here. I think I got a funnel. If I don't have a funnel, I'm gonna show you how to make an easy, quick funnel with the things you got at home, because I've done that before too. You gotta be resourceful. You gotta find some solutions, and I don't know if I still have my funnel in this particular spot. So I will see you shortly.